Welcome to Sold Out Sports Talk with Roman Gabriel III. Over the next hour, you'll hear what's going on in the sports world from a Christian's perspective. Now, here's your host, Roman Gabriel III.
Welcome to Sold Out Sports Talk on AFR Talk. We are here at Super Bowl 46 in Indy. I told you I'd be here, and that's where we are at Media Row. It is a wild scene down here. Tomorrow, Sunday, Super Bowl 46 kicking off at 6:20. And you know what? I'm not going to waste your time because we've got a huge list of guests for 1 hour, and I don't want to take him up. My first guest is one of my best friends, great friend, Philadelphia Eagles. He started in the stands and went to the stadium, and he knows my dad very well, played with the Eagles, and Coach Dick Vermeil. And more importantly, he's a guy that's got a great message to give because it's called being invincible. And his new book, Be Invincible, is out right now. The playbook for reaching your full potential. He was a heck of a football player, hard worker, a perfect example of what it means to hard work to pay off. And coming in right here on Sold Out Sports Talk, Vince Papale. Vince, how are you, buddy?
Roman, it is so great to see you. What a nice surprise down here. This is madness, but it's Super Bowl, so that makes it great. But, yeah, nice to see you. Great memories of you. When you were younger, of course, your dad was my advocate. You know, if it weren't for your dad throwing those balls to me in training camp and those passes, I'd never gotten a chance to show my stuff.
Well, we go out to 200 cities, and there's a lot of people out your way that, of course, follow you. Philadelphia Eagles, all of us love the Eagles. Dick Vermeil just came by, coach, and we saw Herm Edwards yesterday, and just a lot of former teammates that you have grown to love. I tell you, what a great team that was.
It was a super team, you know, and it was all put together by Dick Vermeil. And one of the things that he always liked to say, you know, a team needs its characters, but he always says to be a winning team, you have to have trust, you have to have passion. We also have to have character players. And the guys that you just mentioned were the character players, and that's what brought that team together, and that's why they were so successful.
You know what? You got a lot of things going on. First of all, you're on Facebook, so if people want to join you this week for Super Bowl Facebook, where do they go?
They can go to Vince Papale Facebook. Yeah.
Spell that last name for everybody.
Papale. Looks like Papale. P-A-P, Papale, Ale.
Vince has got the great stuff going on Facebook, and he's got a new book out. I'm looking at this. Of course, your beautiful wife. You got the 83 jersey in the background. A playbook for reaching your full potential. Tell me about the book because I want everybody to know about it and go out and get it.
Well, another thing in the background, too, is one I'm very proud of. It's my wife's jersey because she wore USA in hers.
Cool.
Yeah, see the USA there. That's Janet. She was portrayed in the movie Invincible as a Giants fan and a bartender. In reality, she was a world-class gymnast. And she was on the USA World Gymnastics team just prior to the Olympic Games in Barcelona in Munich.
And if they want to get the story Invincible about your football career, about your football story of how, you know, you came to the Philadelphia Eagles, an incredible movie a few years back with Disney,
right.
How do they get the DVD?
Well, the DVD can be gotten on, I know it's on Netflix. It's showing right now on the FX, the cable channel. And it's out there, you know. You just have to find it on the web. You know?
Very inspirational.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can get it through me. Actually, the best way to do it, if you want an autographed copy, is go to vincepapale.com, and we'll just send an email. It gives you an email address to go to, and I could send out an autographed copy of the movie if they want. So
awesome. Yeah. Well, we love the movie, my wife and I. I mean, of course, we have a personal stake in it.
Well, you're a part of it.
Yeah, and the cool thing is I think my dad was actually in one of the pieces that you used at the beginning, correct?
Yes, he was. Yep, he was there. Yeah, he got himself knocked out pretty good there, you know, as he did many times. But that's what always made your dad so strong, you know. He stood tall. I always said he was like a sequoia, you know, and, you know, he had such strong legs at those times. But, you know, eventually the knees got to him, and it's
to us all, right?
Yeah, but you know, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one story about your dad is that it was the first man I'd ever seen that size do a lateral split. That he was so flexible, and he helped me out a great deal because he had a personal trainer who was working with Gus Hoffling, who sort of took me under his wing too. And got
that was doing the Gus Hoffling kung fu stretching times, man.
Yeah.
He put me through that too many times.
Kung fu fighting. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. Tell us about the book, you and your wife. What's the goal of the book, and what are we trying to do here for people?
Well, what we're trying to do is give people hope. One of the things I found out with the movie, Roman, is that it's given a lot of people some inspiration. I get emails and phone calls and letters every day about, you know, that what you did inspired me, inspired my son, my grandchild, whatever it might be. And Janet and I decided to take my speech when I go out on the road, and we broke it into 20 chapters, and each chapter have what's called an invincible moment. And that invincible moment might be, it's a game changer in anyone's life. You know, what did you do in order to get through the biggest adversity or challenge that you had? And so we have guys like Micah Ruzioni telling his story, and we have the youngest guy to climb Mount Everest. You know, what possessed them to do those kinds of things and how they get through it.
Okay, so this isn't just about sports. This is about people who've overcome things that happen to be in the sports world. This sounds exciting for anybody then.
Yeah, it's not just about athletes. It's about anybody. It's about you and me, and I think that's what's really appealing, and that's why we wanted to bring Janet's point of view in as well, because she was a world-class gymnast, as I said, and also a Division I coach. She's an entrepreneur. She's had her ups or downs, but very successful, and she's got a great point of view, and we wanted to make sure that women got included in this.
Coach, you listen to Sold Out Sports Talk on AFR Talk here at Indianapolis at Super Bowl 46. Vince Papale, former Philadelphia Eagles, my guest, and he has a new book out called Be Invincible with his wife Janet, a playbook for reaching your full potential. And, of course, we have to talk to you about the game. I want everybody to tell me. I've got my opinions about this, but you know, this is a team you knew quite well, the New York Giants, great organization. Tell me about your feelings about what you think is going to happen on tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to be rooting hard for those Patriots. I got to know a few of the ball players through Mark Wahlberg in the movie, and being a Boston guy. But the Giants scare me. You know, they're just really on such a roll right now. They're healthy. Eli Manning, I'm not going to compare him to Tom Brady. They're both they're up there at a different level than anyone else. But Eli is just so dangerous, especially in that last quarter when the pressure is on the line. So I'm going to be rooting for the Pats, but I'm afraid it could be the Giants.
Be Invincible is the name of the book, a playbook for reaching your full potential. And I'm looking at the back cover, and we've got Ray Didinger, author of the Eagles Encyclopedia, on the back. Mark Wahlberg, star of Invincible, the movie that was about Vince's life and about his story with the Philadelphia Eagles. Billie Jean King, great tennis legend. Pat Croce, serial entrepreneur, New York Times. Is that Germankos?
Germanakis, the first biggest loser.
Okay, yeah, that's right, that's right. But this is a book for you all out there. We talk about this on this show all the time because it's about hope. It's about faith, family, and taking care of your family, and that's what American Family Radio is all about. Our program is just using the passion of sports to excite and encourage people that there is a hope. And, of course, our hope here is a belief in God and a foundation in your life. And Vince is talking about foundations in this book, but it sounds like a very entertaining book, Vince. It's something that families can enjoy.
It's very fun, and it's spiritual in a lot of ways, you know, because of the way that people express what they had to go through in order to get to where they got. And what we decided to do, Roman, is we threw a little bonus feature out. We took a couple of 3 chapters plus the introduction written by Coach Dick Vermeil, and it's now up on my website. And you can reach it by going to VincePapale.com. Or if you Google Invincible, you'll find my website there.
And Vince, what's the price of the book?
The price of the book, if you buy it through Barnes & Noble online or whatever, I think it's like $14.95, or Amazon is $14.95. It's out there in a cyber version, so you can get it online. That's even a little bit cheaper. If you want an autographed copy, just go to my website. There's all kinds of ways to get it. And if you want me to autograph it, we ship it out. I offer autograph it and personalize it.
You need to do it that way, I think. Go to VincePapale.com and ask him to autograph this book for him. Because I tell you, if you're talking about inspirational stories in the NFL, Vince's story is incredible because here's a guy who loved the Philadelphia Eagles, is a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, had season tickets, and he went from sitting in the stands to becoming a contributor for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it doesn't get any better than that in football. One last question, about 30 seconds. Tim Tebow, I know you must have some thoughts about him based upon your own story.
I love Tim Tebow. I've met Tim at the Maxwell Football twice when he came into Philadelphia, received awards. It's just so kind and generous and sincere, and you know, people might have issues with his faith and don't have issues with his faith. I mean, the guy is what he is. He's a real person, and he's an inspiration to all. You know, he's Vince Papale to a T. You can't do it. You'll never be an NFL quarterback. And look at him now. He was one game away from getting it to the big one.
Vince Papale, former Philadelphia Eagle. Be Invincible, a playbook for reaching your full potential. Go to VincePapale.com. Get this book. It's great for the family. A lot of great stories. Vince, love you, buddy. Great for coming in. You be good and have a great time the rest of the Super Bowl.
Love you back, Abe. Thanks. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Back on Sports Talk on AFR Talk.